Is everything we do predetermined? Is there such a thing as fate? Do we have free will and are able to decide our own future? Or does believing in an inevitable fate cost us the chance to shape our own fate? William Shakespeare's famed play Macbeth tells the story of a man whose belief in fate leads him to his doom. Macbeth, the famous Glamis, is told his fate by three witches. They greet him as the Thane of Cawdor and tell him that he will be king hereafter. Initially skeptical, Macbeth's doubts are swept away when in the very next scene he learns that the king has granted him the title of Thane of Cawdor. He tells his wife of the witch's prophecy, and they begin plotting to make it come true. Lady Macbeth convinces her husband to murder the king that very night and seize the throne for himself. In a second encounter, the witches warn Macbeth to be beware of his rival Macduff, but also reassure him that no one born with a woman can harm him. Both frightened and reassured by this cold fate, Macbeth proceeds to slaughter Macduff's entire family. This leaves Macduff, who as it turns out was born by a C-section, to kill Macbeth. In the end, Macbeth's choice is to believe in and act on the witch's prophecy, caused it to come true. He doomed himself with his own belief that he was fated to become king. In John Steinbeck's novel of Mice and Men, we meet two other men who are captives of their own fate. When we first meet George and Lenny, two migrant workers during the Great Depression, they're at the beginning of what we learn is a repeating cycle. Lenny is physically strong but mentally weak, a combination of which has led to trouble in the past when Lenny has accidentally hurt someone. George is Lenny's protector, and they share a dream of one day settling down on their own farm. At their new job at a ranch, they meet Candy, who offers to share his savings with them to buy some land. This chance at a happy ending is thwarted by Lenny's repeating cycle of violence. Lenny injures Curly, the boss's son, kills the puppy, and ultimately Curly's wife. George feels compelled to kill Lenny to save him from the consequences of his actions, thus killing their dream of their future along with it. In Tom McCann's short story, Everything This Country Must, we meet another man held captive by his view of his own fate. Set in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, the story is told by Katie, a teenage girl who is as simple-minded as Lenny. Katie and her father struggle to rescue their horse, which is trapped in the river during a thunderstorm. The British Army truck arrives, and the English soldiers save the horse. The father's reaction to English become increasingly antagonistic, however, ending with him throwing the soldiers out of his house, and then going out to the barn to shoot the horse that was just saved. Like George and Lenny, Katie's father was held captive by his own past. His wife and son were killed in a crash with a British Army truck, nothing like the one that came to save his horse, and he is locked into a view of the inevitable fate of any encounter between the British and the Irish, which spells its own doom. His belief in this is so strong that, like Macbeth, he acts in a way that makes that fate come true practically. The real world also can hold examples of what happens when we assume that the future is inevitable. Many people assume that the winner of the 2016 presidential election would be the Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. To many people, including journalists, Obama administration, officials, and everyday citizens, it seems obvious that Donald Trump's candidacy was just a publicity stunt more than anything for himself, and that Clinton's win was inevitable. Acting on this assumption created the seeds of its own destruction, however. For example, some would-be Democratic voters placed protest votes for the Green Party's candidate Jill Stein, apparently securing his thought that Donald Trump's win was impossible. The Obama administration and the media paid little attention to the alleged Russian interference in the election, again, apparently assuming that Hillary Clinton's victory was inevitable. Believing that your fate is preordained can lead to your downfall. If you believe that the future is already written, then you may miss opportunities to write your fate yourself. If Macbeth had not grasped that prophesied crown, he would not have brought about his own defeat. If Katie's father could have fought beyond his hatred of the English, he would not have felt compelled to kill his own horse. If George had been able to break the pattern of his and Lenny's past, he could have realized the farm of their dreams. If the Clinton campaign had not taken their electoral win for granted, perhaps they could have won the election. Ironically, believing in fate leaves you at its mercy. If fate is real, that means there is no free will, and believing in fate means that, of your own free will, you lose the chance to shape your own fate.